Okay, folks, welcome to an afternoon update. I'm not going to do a market wrap tonight because what I like to do is wait and see how we close out the day, then wait and see how the futures market opens up tomorrow morning, and then I'll do probably a morning update along with swing trading today. So what I want to do here is do a really quick rundown of how the markets are trading at current. The dollar, you could see, is weak and getting weaker. Volume thus far, it's 1:05 p.m. and volume is light on the dollar. The tips have now gone positive. I would strongly encourage, I don't care whether or not it's a tip, a bond, an ETF, a stock, whatever. Please don't go buying before the close and ask yourself the question, has a higher low or a double bottom been put in? If the answer is no, I would suggest that you may want to avoid buying anything long right now until we get some sort of validation by the market that we do in fact have a short-term bottom. I do not believe that this selling is done longer term, but I have been steadfast in my opinion that they will not allow this market to correct into the elections. There is too much at stake for the Republican Party, and they have all the power. The VIX, you could see, is back positive on the session. We were down earlier, but we're now back positive. But we're leaning again into the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. This is not going to last. We're going to get a pullback. That doesn't mean it can't close out the day here. It doesn't mean that tomorrow we can't go surging higher. But my guess is that we get a surge higher tomorrow, we're probably going to see buyers move in and buy the S&P 500 on that sell-off. And that may happen today, for all I know. But my guess is that tomorrow will be the latest that it occurs, because guess what? Tomorrow is the beginning of bank earnings season. The Dow Transports moments ago was up on the day. They have now gone negative again. So what looked bullish only moments ago has now turned bearish. So it doesn't go paying to go buy this market and divining whether or not you believe whether or not it's going to close up or down. Right now, there's a lot of selling pressure out there. The probability of us rallying right now is 50-50. We are bouncing off of support here. The Dow Jones is beginning to sell off yet again. The last time I looked, we were down 114 points. Now we're down 191 points. We're probably coming down to the 200-period moving average, which is now beginning to flatten out. The S&P 500 has bounced off the lows of the day. 2760 is a fairly decent support level to defend. My guess is that we will bounce here and we'll probably retest it tomorrow. If we rally off of that level tomorrow, then you're probably going to see a real serious short covering rally. Now, the NASDAQ is down almost 5% on the week. And I'm using a weekly chart right now for a reason. And the reason I'm using this chart is because at current we are testing. We actually exceeded it, but we have now recovered some. We are testing the rising 50-period moving average on a weekly chart. So a significant support level. So to short into it doesn't make sense at this point. Daily chart. Now on a daily basis, we were up earlier. We have now given up those gains. And this is really the reason why I wanted to do this video, because I saw the NASDAQ rallying and I said, oh my God, people are going to get excited here and start buying stocks. You must wait until the final minutes of trade, folks. Wait until we get a bullish reversal bar. Even if we get a bullish reversal bar, doesn't mean that we're not going to pull back tomorrow. Let's wait for that higher low. The IWM, we have RSI at 19.20. We're holding support here. So we're very close to pulling the trigger on the TNA. Let's bring up that chart. Obviously, quite the same as the IWM. But this is a leveraged ETF. If you don't want the volatility, buy the IWM. I would not go buying right now. I think we're coming down here to $68 per share because we have a lot of support and some prior resistance at that level. So I think that's where we're coming down before we get a rally here. So what I want to do is take a look at a 15-minute chart. Because remember, if we buy the TNA, it's going to be a very short-term trade. You can see we've had a bounce here. Now we're rolling over yet again. Let's throw up a trend line. Okay, so you can see that we rallied through this secondary downtrend line. That really doesn't matter to me all that much. And remember, this is a 15-minute chart, very volatile. What matters more is a rally up and through 71.87. That would put us above the highs of the day, and then once we get through this upper band of resistance here at $73 per share, then I would become a little bit more optimistic. Or if we broke down and tapped the $68 per share level, that would be interesting as well. But right now, I just want to watch. We have cash. Our gold mining stocks are doing good. Silver's doing good. CGC is holding up. So, we're in a good spot right now. I don't want to make a bad decision and rely upon a 15-minute chart that hasn't hit historical support yet. We're hoping that this is going to hold, and we don't have a lot of historical data that would say that this support level here is going to hold. Let's wait for the $68 per share level. Let's watch it overshoot. Does it reverse to close above 68? That would be great stuff. We're not there yet. I'm not ready. The banks. Okay, I mentioned earlier that the banks are set to report earnings effective tomorrow, so I'm watching them closely. You can see we're beginning to see some strength here, right? We sold off hard, rallied, we've pulled back, now we're putting in a higher low. Now, what's going to happen here is that if you see a rally up and through 27.05, which marked this pivot point right here earlier today, you're probably going to see a rally into the close on the banks. And what that'll be is a short squeeze. Shorts covering their big profits in advance of earnings. It makes sense. It's smart to do. Nugget. We're trading, I think, at the highs of the day, just off the highs of the day. A huge day today. We're up 16% on this trade today alone. Stokes are doing exactly what we want. Remember, we spoke about this last night on Market Wrap. The RSI doing exactly what we want. It's breaking out of this cup with handle formation. Price, what can you say? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, would I go buying NUGT right now? No. Here's the reason. Remember that the 1441 level right here was a price point which I spoke about. Now, if you go to a 1-hour chart, look at this chart. Very extended. We're probably going up to 1540. I think that in all probability, we're going to get a pullback here on NUGT right back down to this support level at 1441. We'll get a retest, a consolidation, and then we'll look for a breakout, and then we'll look to add more to our position, because I honestly think that this is the beginning of a major bull run. This is what we've been waiting for Nugget. Take a look at the weekly chart. Remember the resistance that we've seen over the past several weeks. We're through it now, assuming that we close out Friday above that level. It could all change by tomorrow. I don't want to jinx the trade, but I can't speak my book either. We need to be honest that we need to wait and see how we're poised to close out the week before we go adding more. What have we bought today? right? And the shares sold off to close back down below this support level. Aren't we going to feel like a horse's you know what? So let's be patient. It's overbought on an intraday basis. Let's wait. CGC, very close to a bullish reversal day. We may be adding more to this position today. But again, of course, what matters is how it closes. I think EYES is up. It was up. Yep. And it gained steam. So ELIES is doing good. Whoa, look at this. A bullish engulfing bar here on EYES looking really, really good. Let's check out USLV. Big move today, just off the highs of the day, but we're up over 5.5% on this trade alone. So folks, again, let's wait until the final minutes of trade before we open up a position, or if we open up down big time tomorrow, I would entertain buying the dip. And that is it for today, folks. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. And I've been getting a lot of feedback regarding ideas for the website, what you like. Please keep that coming. I could build what I think that you want, and I could be completely off the wall with my decisions. Your feedback is invaluable. So please keep that feedback coming. I appreciate it, and enjoy the remainder of your day. Be well.